So now everything's dead around you. You can kind of catch your breath and figure out the
Uh,
situation.
I'm gonna stealth into the through the window.
Okay, so roll a stealth check.
Oh, that rolled on its sort of on its side, so that was the number. Uh, oh dear. So that's 8.
8.
Just
Okay.
because I will too, even though I know I have disadvantage. Whoops, I did this wrong. Oh wait, no, I accidentally clicked like 2, so it gave me the total of both, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted. But in the side one, it gives me the 2 separate ones, and I go with the lower one, right?
Yeah.
So I got a 9.
Somehow still better than Tlawin.
Yeah, it's because I'm still singing.
Can I roll a
Or
crystal too?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, 12.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're all adding any proficiencies and everything correctly. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
all right. So you stealth into the house.
Da da
Um,
Yay.
da 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 da
now,
da da.
Actually, the reason I'm less stealthy is because I'm singing about how stealthy I am.
I'm super stealthy. Yeah.
Stealthy, I'm so stealthy. Nobody can see me because I'm so stealthy.
Okay. So once you're in the house, you can see it looks like a fairly normal wooden house, but obviously
Except.
something's up because you were attacked at the window.
Right.
Um,
uh,
so you're in what looks to be a corridor right now, and there's a closed door further along the wall, and the corridor also continues back to, um, you would assume, like the main door. It kind of, turns back in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
so can I
Like,
search?
how well lit is this abode? Like, can we see pretty well?
I mean, there's no lights on in the house, but um, Bly still has her torch. And it's
But it's still the stealthiest.
yes, um, she had practice, um, out in uh, House Kazan, but um, it's still daylight out. You attempted this uh, breaking and entering in broad daylight, so there's still
That's normal.
yeah, there's still a good amount of light coming into the house. You can still see pretty well.
Oh,
Cool.
um, so let's see. If I search, would I be able to search this room for magic thingies?
Um, yeah,
Okay, so do I roll perception or arcana or both in succession?
I'd say perception. You're trying to spot something.
Okay, so it'd be perception to see the thing and then arcana to like identify it.
Yeah.
So maybe I should ask if Bly wants to look, because
Yeah, I'll try looking too with my poor perception. I've just rolled a nat 20.
oh, well, I'll roll just in case. I rolled a 13.
I'm like, what do my dwarf and I see?
Um,
Do I notice anything
you know what?
that...
Since you rolled a nat 20, I'll say you kind of like peered down the main corridor by the front door as well, and you can see in that corridor, uh, towards the end of it, it looks like there's some sort of trap over there.
Oh,
Guys, there's a trap over there, I explain.
okay. I'll arcana to see if it looks like a magic-y trap.
So you
Or
all
just
kind of like go over to the trap.
Yeah, but not.
Not.
Yeah. Yeah, and just like figuring
Intuition.
out where you are, like whether you're in, the east side corridor or the south side corridor, basically.
Uh,
Um,
I rolled not very well. Let's see. I rolled a 9 Arcana.
um, you don't sense any magic from it,
Okay.
but I'd say someone could roll another perception check to try to see what the trap is. I just didn't like say that before since I figured you're still probably fairly far away from it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'll roll another one.
I rolled a 1, an
I
unnatural one.
actually got a really good one. I rolled a 17.
Okay, so you can tell like um when you look up, there's kind of like a net hanging from the ceiling. And there's, just kind of like a tripwire that you can barely see just running across the corridor.
Okay.
I
I
rolled a,
relay this to my peers,
I
and I'm
rolled a-
like, I'm too short to reach.
I rolled a 1 in perception, so I can't even see it even after she's pointed it out.
Just like, what?
What tripwire?
And I'm like, that tripwire. Can't you see the very obvious, like, neon yellow tripwire that says, hey, I'm a tripwire?
No, I'll go over and look.
No.
I say, and I walk.
Meanwhile, this whole time I'm just like, oh my god.
And
So do you actually walk into the tripwire?
I attempt to grab him and stop him with my strength.
Okay, so
Is that a both of us roll strength then?
I'd say both of you roll a dexterity check just to see like how quickly you can get him before he just
Okay.
runs into
I
it.
rolled a 16.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you're pretty quick. You grab him and like stop
Oh.
him.
Excellent. I'm like, no, trust me on this one, bro. And then I turn to Bly and I'm like, hey, do you think you can disarm that trap? I'm kind of like 3 feet too short to reach it right now.
What trap?
And I'm like, there's a trap.
Yeah, what do I roll to try to trap?
Let's see. I would say roll dexterity, but I don't suppose you have any like thieves' tools to actually disarm it.
No. I have rope. That's it.
Just throw rope at it. No.
I mean, we could like activate it without us like standing right under it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could like roll an intelligence check to figure out, how you might go about disarming it.
I have good intelligence.
But you can't
I-
see it.
But you can't see it.
You could just
You're like,
ask
well,
me questions.
theoretically, if there were a trap.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, I'll roll for intelligence. I got 17.
17? Okay, so you can kind of see, you can kind of like see which loops to unloop that would disarm it without triggering it. So then actually make a dexterity check to disarm it.
Apparently, I have sealing wax.
Why?
What?
It's feeling wax?
Oh, for like
my-
letters.
Oh, it's
Oh, I thought you meant ceiling.
Yeah,
like,
because we were talking about a trap that's hanging from the ceiling. I was like, what?
What?
so I could seal things if you ever need it.
Oh, great, because I have like, what's it called? The like little stamps. I got one that I shaped out of a potato.
So a
Okay.
potato stamp.
Yeah.
I rolled.
Sorry, Laura. What did you roll?
I rolled 23.
23,
Oh my
that'll
God.
do it. This is like no problem. You just like unloop those loops and yeah, the net stays where it is. You don't have to worry about the tripwire. Yeah, you can just go on your
Yay.
way.
And I'm like,
Um,
something tells me that this trap was hiding something.
So
And
let's see. Beyond,
and I say, wait, there's a trap.
Oh my god.
so
I'm like, we know.
so kind of further along the corridor beyond the net trap, you know, you can see where the corridor turns again. There's stairs leading up. There's also in this corridor, a door leading, more inward and the main door.
So we choose which way to go?
Yeah. The net trap was just like in front of the stairs.
Okay. I
So-
think we go up.
Yeah,
Okay.
there must be a reason for the trap being, protecting the stairs, I say, with
Wait, I
my 9 wisdom.
Wait, I forget. Did that old woman tell us anything about where those stones are?
I don't think so. She just said we're looking for a case of midnight blue potions, as well as a midnight blue stone that has silver specks. I wrote this down, Emily.
Oh. I was like, wow, you have a really good memory, Hannah.
Did you also write down that you're in question mark lane?
No, but that was too funny, so I remembered it.
Yeah. Which means we're close to my destination. Yeah, I'll agree with you. Let's go up the stairs. I'm sure there's nothing scary or alarming up there.
And I'm like, what if there's more traps? I'll roll another perception check to see if I can see anything
I
at the
guess
top
I'll-
of the stairs.
I guess I will too.
I rolled poorly this time.
I rolled
I
a
got
6.
8.
I got a 16.
Wait. I rolled. Wait.
And you have a proficiency in that, right?
Yeah, Laura does.
I rolled 15? Yeah. 15.
Yeah, okay. So, it was like Slawin and Bly, I think. You notice that there's like what looks to be a pressure plate at the top of the stairs.
And I'm just like, it seems fine.
So do I have to hold you back this time? Or are you actually
We
careful?
both went back.
I mean, I feel like I might believe you, though, because, like, since I spotted the previous trap. So, if you told me, do you decide to tell me about it? I'm like, hey, this seems fine.
No, there's a trap.
And I'm like, oh, well, I am kind of 4 feet tall, so I can't really see it.
Oh. So, I'll do another Arcana just to see if there's anything magic near us.
Or around us. Or above us.
Yep. So I got a 23. Any magic?
23. I suppose with that, you would realize that, it looks like there's kind of a sheen to the pressure plate. So it looks, you can't quite see where it's leading. It looks like it's leading somewhere, but it looks like, something magic would happen if you triggered it.
Oh. Now I'm really curious.
You press it anyway.
I start doing that. Do you need to roll to stop me? I'll be like, ooh, shiny magic.
But
And
you
I-
know it's a trap! You know what? I don't understand this logic, so I just kind of like stare at him dumbly.
Oh.
So if you want to go like burn yourself or whatever, then go ahead.
I just like
Wait.
memes. Just go for it.
Maybe I could poke it with something.
Or like, is there a roll we can do to see like how much pressure would activate it?
Maybe an intelligence check. It's also not like you could try stepping over it too.
Okay, that's true.
Okay, I was just thinking I could like poke it with something that's long.
Can I throw my
Well, my idea was like Laura could like shoot it with an arrow or something if it only took a little bit to activate it.
Okay, so I'll roll intelligence before I actually poke it, because you've convinced me. I'll roll intelligence to see if I can ascertain anything about poking pressure needs.
I mean, is it just like a single step on the stairwell?
Yeah, basically, it's just like the
Okay.
top step.
Oh, I rolled a
Totally
9.
step over it.
I
You
rolled a
guys want
9.
to step over it?
But I want to find out what the magic does.
I'll do it.
So you rolled a 9.
Yeah.
You're not completely sure what the exact weight limit would be. You don't think that just from the way it looks, it's fairly solidly built. You don't think like just lightly poking it with a stick would do anything. It would probably take someone to actually step down on it.
I
Oh.
see.
What if we set it on fire? Wait, that would be a bad
The
idea.
house is wood, so
we just burn down the house.
and then try to sift
we
through the
couldn't find your
ashes.
potion.
But at least it's easier to get in now.
Okay, well,
Okay, I guess I have enough
I'm
wisdom
gonna
not to do
try
that.
stepping over it then with my
Okay.
little squat legs.
Yeah, maybe make a dexterity check. Might be
Okay.
a little difficult to reach with your legs that far.
Oops. Okay, I rolled an 18.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yay. Should I roll 2 to see if I make it over?
Sure, everyone can make a dexterity check.
I got 19.
Yeah, you're fine.
Ben gets a nat 1 and I will laugh.
Oh,
he just like trips over the stairs.
Well, I did roll less well. I got an 11.
You're still pretty. It's not that difficult. It's just, if you rolled really poorly, you might have tripped on it or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
now
still want to poke it. I
now-
poke it.
very lightly.
Yes.
Okay, you kind of touch it. It tingles like magic does. Nothing happens.
But if I roll Arcana,
I'd take a step away.
let
but now that I've
let me describe where you are first. No.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh my. Okay, so you're in another corridor at the top of the stairs. You've kind of just stuck to the corridors rather than the rooms. And fairly close by, in a niche in the wall, you can see like a suit of armor. And then further along towards the end of the hall, there's another door.
So there's only a suit of armor and a door remaining.
oh, what if the trap makes the suit of armor go animate?
I don't know. Do your magic, like.
Yeah, I'll roll
thing.
Arcana to see if the tingle gave me any info and whether the armor seems magic. Oh, I rolled a 9.
You're like, it's fine.
Well, let's see. Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. I rolled a 21. I'm so smart.
Okay, well, you saw before in your previous Arcana check that the magic was kind of running you know, down the hall, and you can kind of deduce that it probably leads to the suit of armor. Because
Cool.
I don't think that kind of magic could necessarily go too far. So it has to be like somewhere pretty close by.
Okay.
Okay, I make some notes in case this will be useful in any essays I need to write in my future academic career.
And then I'll say something like 20 episodes later, and you'll be like, no, you said something else about magic previously. I'll be like, dang it.
Okay. I'm gonna do another perception check just because it's been pretty trap laden.
Oh, right.
I did poorly.
I did too. I got a 4. How poorly did you do?
I did better than you. I got 6.
Laura, it's on you.
Okay, this is perception. Oh,
Roll better than a 4 and a 6.
Wait. Yeah, 20.
That's better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, you don't really see anything else, just the armor trap that, or the pressure plate trap that you stepped over before.
Cool.
Hmm.
I go to take a look at the suit of armor because I'm like, neat, swag. No, I'm kidding. But I do look at it to be like, this looks cool.
Yeah, I pose with the suit of armor.
I mean, you can't really take a picture of that, but okay.
No, I'm just doing it for their benefit.
This Bee Smasher has a built-in camera.
Oh, I see. So it's like a selfie stick, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sure. And I can make the picture in the sealing wax.
Yay.
Okay.
So let's head towards that suspicious door, I say, pointing at the door.
Okay.
good.
Oh, should we try stealthing again? Or was that stealth that we did earlier the stealth?
Since you didn't roll too highly, I'll say you can try stealthing again, like it's been enough time if you want to. Because, you know, you're on a different floor too, you might find a better way to hide behind nothing.
Like,
Sure.
for example, no longer singing.
Yeah. But if you want to keep,
Oh.
if you want to keep your previous stealth check, I'd say I'd allow that too. Did Anna
Well-
roll poorly?
Just because both of my results are hilarious, I say we should use these. So I rolled a 6 the first time, and I'm like, that's pretty bad. And guess what I rolled the second time? A 4.
Oh. Well, let's see what I... Okay. Oh, that's a 10. Which...
So you're slightly
Okay.
quieter than before?
I whisper while I'm singing. Stealth, stealth, stealth. Stealthy, stealthy, stealth. Stealthy, the stealthy, stealthy, stealth.
How about you, Laura? Or did you roll it really well last time? I don't remember.
I
She
think
rolled pretty
pretty
well.
stealthy, so I'll keep it. I just watch you guys fail.
And you just like shake your head.
I'm like,
Okay. So maybe we should look under the door crack and see if there's anything we can see before we go in.
Okay. Is there a keyhole? I want to look through a keyhole.
There's not actually a keyhole since it's a door inside a house. I'd say
Oh.
there probably aren't. just in an average home, there probably aren't like locked doors too often.
Right.
But I mean, there's the door doesn't completely align. There's a little bit of space to the side, a little space under.
I'll look through the side.
I'll look under.
Okay, roll perception checks.
Just cuz.
I got
So I got an 8.
I have the 15.
Okay, so Skyra, it's pretty like you can't quite see through. It's just like, I don't know, blurry wood. You can't really see. I'd say
I'm like, guys, I see door.
Not the door monster.
Slawin can probably see, just a thin sliver of floor, and it's not the most comfortable position. You have to put your head like flat to the floor and try to look in, and you can maybe see, the legs of a desk and like a chair, but you don't see too much. I mean, you're looking through the crack at the bottom of a door.
Yeah.
And so I turn around to Bly and I'm like, should we just open it?
I'd say yes.
I'm like, great, I take direction well from others.
I open?
I go for the doorknob and attempt to open it.
Okay, the door swings open. You see what looks like, just small bedroom with another door in, the other side. And in a chair, you see a very startled looking, scared man with a crossbow pointed at you. He's just like, who are you people? What are you doing in my house?
And I'm like,
Explosions outside.
I'm like, oh great, I guess you're back from your trip.
I'll say, hi, we're your
About you.
friends.
We're your sister's friends.
Yeah.
Why'd you break in? I don't have a sister.
Wait, does he
What?
say that? That he doesn't have a sister?
What'd you say, Laura?
Does he for real say that he doesn't have a sister?
Yeah, he says that.
Oh,
But your sister said that we should break in.
Like, you look closer at this man, and he doesn't look particularly like the woman that you saw previously. He has like darker skin, and his hair is starting to gray, and he looks very scared right now.
I use my persuasion to be like, well, we aren't here to hurt you.
I'll use my persuasion to say, I think this must be a wacky misunderstanding.
That woman is evil.
Evil.
So,
Did
Anna,
someone
you roll
send
and then
you?
I roll?
Yeah, your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have a sister.
This woman who said she's your sister, she said that she needed alchemy stuff.
I describe the potion and the stone that we were looking for.
She seemed very nice.
He kind of like rubs his head, and he still has the crossbow trained on like you guys.
That's all right.
He's just kind of like, someone's after. And you broke into my house?
Well, she said no one would be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said,
Like I explained, well, she convinced us that you were her brother and that you hadn't been home in like a forever super long time, that she's like sick and dying and couldn't do the trip ourselves, and we
And
tried the front door, but no one answered. Okay, we
Yeah, I
knocked.
totally knocked.
Yeah, we knocked. Didn't you hear us?
Okay, so,
She said she needed it or she would be, like, unhealthy. It was, she might die. We
Roll
don't want her to die. We're nice.
roll persuasion checks.
Okay.
I got an 18.
I have a 17.
Oh. Wait, what do you add to the d20 for persuasion?
Charisma mod.
modifier.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
He looks kind of suspiciously at you. And, but he looks maybe a little slightly less frightened. It's just like, well, you're probably misled. I thought people might be coming after me. I guess there are.
Oh, well, it looks like that's likely then.
Yeah, and I'm pretty upset at this point because I'm like, that lady lied to us. How could she do this?
The
I pat
naive
you
folk
on the-
hero.
I pat you on the shoulder and say, there.
I just like shake my head at you guys. I'm like, she wasn't telling us the whole truth.
And so then, like he says, like his hands are kind of shaking. He's still kind of like getting over this scare, and he kind of says, "This isn't what I was expecting, though."
Oh, yeah, sorry about your shrubs.
Yeah, I'll have to animate some more of those.
Should we ask him what was up with the sword? Like, why the sword that attacked us?
Well, he just said that, like, apparently people are after something. I assume
He had some security.
what the is there for, the potion. I don't know if my character would be intrigued enough to be like, so what's up with this potion?
I would. So, this potion, these magic stones, what are they?
Well, the potion isn't really anything. That must have just been part of a ruse, but my stone, see, I don't know why someone would want that. I thought someone would be coming for me because they didn't want me to retire in peace, but my stone is just like an alchemy stone that I have, and I created it to identify any kind of poison.
Bum, 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 bum. A musical sting appears out of nowhere.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
On the Beast Smasher.
And then I'm all like, so why would this lady want this magical poison detecting stone?
You think I know?
I'll
don't
roll
even-
versus insight.
Well,
I got
either
11.
way, we gotta like confront her again, I guess. I feel like my character wouldn't be sneaky enough to like be like, what if we just bring her back some of the potions and say we couldn't find the stone? If he's saying that they're, essentially useless. Maybe we can wheedle something out of her.
Or I could use my illusion spell.
Be like, yo, here's the stone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be an image, and she wouldn't be able to feel it because things can pass through it.
She'd just be like, whoa. Well, anyway, I guess I'm like, well, sorry for busting in, sir. Is there anything we can do to make up for all the damage we've done?
I feel like I'll have to move again because people know where I am now.
So are you an important person? Who are you?
We give him these like little puppy dog eyes of naivete.
Roll persuasion again.
Sure.
Okay. I got a good roll. What is this?
I got a 12.
I got an 18.
What did you
I
get,
have
Laura?
18.
18.
I have a
Wow.
20. I have a 23.
Okay, so everyone did really well.
We're so likable.
He's visibly more relaxed now. Like he's breathing easier now that like the first scare of intruders in his house has worn off. And he says, my name is Parsmena. I wouldn't say that I'm very important, but I wanted to retire from my work with House Amarum, and they hired me to do magic for them, and I figured that anyone in their employ who retired, they might be a little nervous about letting go, or someone might come and try to steal company secrets, but my alchemy stone, that was just something that I made as like a side project. I didn't think anyone would be looking for that.
Wait, did you say House Amarum?
Yes, they're like the largest magic employer.
Bum bum bum.
Do you actually like say that out loud?
Well, I strum it. I strummed it.
The man Parse looks at you kind of strangely, and but he lets it go.
House Amarum is the dwarfy dad family.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bum 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 moment.
Yes. I know. If you're talking to any possible listeners, I should also probably point out that the bee smasher that we keep talking about is actually an instrument called an erhu. Or an arhu?
I think Arhu would be
Arhu.
closer. So.
Oh, right. We never explained that, did
No.
we?
It's an Arhu that's apparently filled with bees.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's also a selfie stick now, too.
Okay.
They're talented bees.
And Ben hides his rapier in the bow.
Yeah.
So then, like, Harsh says, do you know why this woman wanted the stone? Like, did she have any particular reason, any use for it? It only identifies poisons. It doesn't do anything harmful.
Well, all she kind of told us about it was that she needed this stone in order to help her create more potions for herself. I believe that's what she said anyway.
Well, she completely led you astray. It doesn't create anything.
But could she use it as an ingredient to create something?
No, it's just identification. See,
We're
like,
just
when I how it works is like when I like if I drop it in something that I think might have poison, or if like I touch it against someone that has ingested poison, it will change color, and from that I can tell what kind of poison it is, and then I can treat it.
Interesting. I mean, from this we can kind of guess that she wasn't telling us the whole truth. Bum bum bum.
But what if this guy isn't telling us the whole truth?
You can insight check him.
Sure.
I did earlier. I got a 9.
I haven't done it yet. Let me try. I got 12.
I got 17.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. Like, you don't lie, you don't even get a feeling like you did from the lady before, who, like, you got kind of an off feeling about her. You don't get an off feeling about him.
Yeah. I don't see why not, considering we just like opened the door on him, being like, "Yo!"
Well, since I got a 9, I do have an off feeling about him.
Yeah, you're like, that lady seemed to be telling the truth. I don't know. This guy,
And
How-
I'm like,
Wait,
well,
he said he doesn't have a sister. What if he's not her brother and he's some other guy who snuck into her house? He said he worked for House of Marin. They do shady stuff.
It could be anybody.
It could be a plot.
are you just like saying this out loud?
It's like
And
children
I'm like,
talking.
dude, I think this guy, we like killed his poor shrubs and his like sword, and like, we've done enough harm. I feel bad, especially since I was against kind of like just randomly breaking and entering in the first place. I only did it because I thought the old lady was, actually dying or whatever.
What if she is actually dying?
And I'm like, well, maybe we should talk to her and try to root out the truth.
Okay.
Should we?
And maybe this guy like knows of her. Maybe we can
Oh
describe
yeah.
her
Let's
and
just.
be like, yo, do you know this lady?
She looked like an old woman.
Like, should we try to get them to meet face to face? Like, confront each other?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Or we can like, I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm like, well, do you think you know this lady? And I describe her.
No, I don't know anyone by that description.
I could even make a minor illusion that shows what she looks like, actually.
Probably a very poor illusion.
Yep, but I do it anyway.
Okay. He still shakes his head like, I haven't seen anyone like that.
I don't know, and like you don't see, like you wouldn't know anyone who would have any motives for like taking the stone from you. I asked.
Like I said, not the stone. I thought,
Could we look at the stone?
why?
I mean,
So I could.
eat it. I mean, we just want to see if it's what she was describing.
Yeah, I could see if it has any like secret properties or. Plus, that way I would be able to make a better looking illusion of it.
I suppose. And he like reaches into his pocket and pulls it out. Like at this point, he's put away the hand crossbow. Like
Right.
and he holds out the stone. It's just about palm size. A little bit irregularly shaped. And like described, it's kind of a midnight blue, kind of shiny, with some silver specks in it.
So I guess I'll Arcana on it.
I'll just like religion on it. That won't do anything, but whatever. I wanted to do it for fun.
Well, I got a 23 Arcana.
Yeah, I mean, it is, let's see, it's what's called a transmuter's stone, and different stones can have different properties depending on what the wizard in question wants from it, and yeah, you haven't come across a stone exactly like this before, but you can tell that's what it is.
Okay.
So
And
that's
how
probably what he used to like animate the shrubs and sword and stuff.
so it doesn't seem like just a poison detector?
Well, I mean, sometimes I don't know exactly how you can tell this since you haven't come across a stone like
Right.
this before.
Right.
I mean, like, would a poison detector fall under that class?
Yeah, I mean, I think you rolled Arcana before. You could tell that it was transmutation magic that animated the shrubs and sword and everything. That magic doesn't necessarily come from a transmuter's stone. It's just like a transmuter's stone is a tool that a transmutation wizard can use for certain things.
So does your religion check?
Do anything? I rolled an 11.
Nothing feels particularly holy about, anything around you.
Right. Great. So I don't know, it seems like we can deduce that alchemy in some way, shape, or form is this guy's business.
Yeah.
I
And later
telepathically communicate with everyone else.
Later on, I can hit the library and see if anyone will show me where the library is, that is, and try to research it.
Just further down Question Mark Street.
That would be a good place for a library. Because you get to answer your questions.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty angry at this lady. So I'm like, hey, would you mind? I feel like if we had one of those potions, it could be a good bargaining tool and we could find out more information from her. And then we would gladly share this information with you. Perhaps that could give you more of a clue of like who's targeting you or whatever.
Unless you want to talk to her directly.
Sure.
I don't know about leaving my house right now.
Aww.
Like I said, I might be making plans to move. I can give you one of those, what she called potions. Sure, it's just a drink that I make for myself. But he gets up and goes to the side door that's also in the room and goes through, rummages around, and comes back with, it's in a potion bottle. It's midnight blue. And
I'll Arcana it.
Okay.
I
Emily,
rolled a nat 1.
Really?
Yes.
You think it's the super most powerful potion ever. It has all the magic. You're like, wow,
I
that's
look at him.
An invulnerability potion or something.
I look at him suspiciously.
And he just kind of hands it over to Skara or someone.
Yes. I hide it in my beard.
Oh yeah, my character has a goatee, so we're both bearded.
What if does your lizard have like a neck frill, Lauren?
Probably.
Yes.
Yay!
And I'm like, thanks. And I'm like, so would you like us to like come back and tell you about this?
I
I don't
suppose
think
that
you
would.
ever answered that.
I suppose that would probably put my mind at ease if I could figure out what was going on. Um,
I have a message spell that I can cast, so I would be able to tell you about stuff without having to come back, unless you do want to meet here.
you can meet here. I'll make sure to uh, open the door next time someone comes and knocks. I hope it will be you then.
Okay.
Oh, should we agree on like maybe you know, Ben over here can like play a musical tune or something
Or
so
I
that
could
you
just-
know so that you're like, ah yes, this annoying tune, it's surely those people.
You mean beautiful.
Right, that's what I meant.
That's what I
Or I
said.
could just
That's what I said.
yeah. Oh wait, I guess the message thing. Well, I can cast the spell through solid objects. So
This is a solid object.
he doesn't have I could just message him through the door after knocking. So he'll know that it's us.
Cool.
Okay, that sounds like it would work.
And it's a cantrip, so it wouldn't take one of my slots. I explained game mechanically.
He's just like, what? Okay. Does anyone else want to talk to him any further?
Did you have anything to say, Bly?
Emily?
I'm just like wondering how my day started so nicely and now I'm in this mess.
You're like,
Because-
these nice and relaxing forms to fill out. Ah.
Yeah.
It's because of the power of friendship.
I detest friendship.
Okay, so we're like, okay then.
Plowin hugs Bly.
We'll see you once we talk to this lady. I tell him, and then I like give him a fist bump.
he kind of flinches back from it, but then is like, oh, okay.
If you
Cool.
want me to sing songs to you in payment for the bush damage, I can do that.
And like from behind him, I'm just like, don't do it.
No, that's quite all right. I'll simply have to animate some more bushes.
He's like, I always have to animate some bushes. Like the neighborhood kids just like come in and just like kick down his bushes every morning, and he's like, oh.
Is the neighborhood starting to run low on bushes?
Yeah, I have to keep going further and further every time I want more bushes. That's fine.
It's okay.
And I'm like, have you considered investing in potatoes?
Why?
Do you have any potatoes on hand?
Yeah, Emily said that I could have potatoes instead of javelin.
So you could give him a potato.
And I'm like, these are the Ichabod family potatoes. They are the strongest and mightiest weapon that I own.
That's okay. I have my crossbow.
I'm like, okay. Okay, I think we should leave this place.
Yeah.
Leave him. Ditch him.
I guess we could go out the front.
Yeah, he walks you down to the front door. noting the various traps that you'd passed and what state they're in, and like opens the door for you, so then he can lock it when you leave again.
Right.
Right.
We're like, bye.
Okay, so you're outside now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
I got 11.
I got 10.
So, a nat 20 for Skara.
Yeah.
So
I see everything.
you see, on, like the roof of one of the other buildings, a figure that's kind of on top of the roof and
Mm-mm.
watching the house.
Suspicious.
Oh.
I'm like, guys, there's a figure on the roof. I don't point. I just kind of like, I'm not that stupid, okay?
Oh.
But I'm like, just kind of look to 11 o'clock, and you'll see this really shifty person. They appear to be watching us, but only one at a time. Don't all look together in the synchronized motion.
So does the figure look human or dwarfy or
I don't know.
lizardy or
Tell Emily,
Um,
or are they too far away?
looks about, about the height of a human or an elf, and not quite like not the same physique as like a lizard folk. So
Mm-hmm.
you're guessing they're probably human or elf.
I'm guessing that they're probably human or elf.
Oh, so you think it might be a human or an elf?
Yeah. Don't you think that's suspicious?
It's suspicious.
We should.
Yeah, I'm always suspicious of humans and elves. I am one. I know what we're like.
I'm like, Bly, do you think we should follow them?
Yes. Stealthily.
Uh-oh.
Or at
Ooh,
least as
stealth.
stealthily as we can.
Okay, well, I'll try. I'll see. If I manage to do this stealthily, I'll follow you. If not, I can provide the distraction.
Okay.
No, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I rolled a 10.
Ooh.
I rolled an 8.
So, Bly, you like look directly at the figure, and the figure seems to notice you looking back.
You're just like, that one?
You actually point?
I think I point, and then he sees me point.
Oh.
Or they should be point. Yeah.
So the figure kind of like starts backing towards the edge of the roof.
I'm like, okay, well, we failed that. But perhaps we can go to that building and go to the back of the building and see if they're still there, and perhaps catch up to them, I suggest.
I agree.
Okay. Also, is the old woman still there? Or is she not in line of sight?
You look around, you don't see her at all.
Okay.
Oh, that's suspicious.
Sneaking suspicion. my non-character, the player, me, has a suspicion about who this mysterious figure may be. Whereas my character is like, I don't know. could be two dwarves in a trench coat for all I know. So I guess we go after them to the best of our ability. Or towards the house that we saw them on.
Okay, so I assume you kind of like run over, and I'll say you get there just about the time the figure is like dropping from the roof.
Okay. Just like waff.
Do they drop from the roof to the ground, like outside?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm like after him or her or them.
So, do we like perception or do we just like run?
I mean, I'd say that you can roll perception while you run.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume that now you're just kind of like giving chase. There's this big chase
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, big chase
Yeah.
scene
Ooh.
through question mark street.
I got a 9.
I got a 13.
I got a 15.
Okay, I'll say that Bly, you can see like some similarities in the figure to the woman that you saw before. Like obviously, you know, the figure's very different. Like, she's wearing different clothing and she's moving much more freely. But about the same build, about the same height and everything. Yeah. So like you're running along.
Oh, is this athletics?
Um, yeah, why don't you all roll athletics then?
Yeah, I'll be good, great at this one.
I'll be bad.
So I rolled a 6.
Oh. I rolled a 10.
At least I didn't get nat 1.
Oh, what did you say, Laura?
I got a 12.
Oh.
Okay. So, Skara, you're falling
So
behind
short.
a little bit.
I'm like,
Um, uh, and, you know, let's see. So you keep following her fairly well, though. Then, cart comes in from like a side street as you're getting closer to a main street in front of you. So, roll athletics to get around it.
well, I rolled better. I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, so Bly, you managed to like keep up, even like gain on the figure a little bit. The other two of you are kind of like stymied and get a little further behind as you kind of like get around the cart.
I'm just pointing at the cart saying, look, it's another cart.
I mean, I'm proficient in carts, Emily. I should just be able to like pole vault my way over it.
You're proficient in driving carts, not jumping over them.
That's true.
Can you ask the cart person to... Yeah,
Cart.
I'll try to persuade the cart person to let us use the
Borrow
cart for the
it.
chase. Yeah.
Okay, roll persuasion.
I'll
Ooh.
try it too. My persuasion's pretty good.
Hey, this is a cool cart. We're in a chase after a creepy woman. Can we use your cart, please? And then I make
That'd be
angel
great.
eyes. Oh, no.
I got a 12.
I got a nat 1.
No.
The cart driver looks at you a bit and just kind of like shakes his head and keeps going, like tries to
No.
shake the reins to go faster to get away from you.
Oh.
That's
And I'm
but I was
like,
worried that a nat 1 would make the cart driver like attack me.
Nah.
So it could
Okay,
have gone
well,
worse.
it's time to pursue again.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, let's see, the figure is kind of like getting more towards one of the main routes. There are more people around, Everyone roll perception to see if you can keep track of where the figure is.
I
I'd
did
say
better on this one.
I'd say that Bly has advantage since she managed to stay pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled 21.
Okay. So let's see. I'd say that Plowin gets a little confused, but Scarlet can manages to point him in the right
I'm
direction.
like, yo, this way. He's
Um,
like facing the completely wrong way, and I just like turn him.
I don't think it was like that bad, but yeah, you all managed to like keep track of her, and
Mhm.
like let's go for like another sprint towards her. Athletics again.
Sure. Okay, I did better in this one.
I'm playing the
I
William
rolled
Tell.
I got a 15.
I play the William Tell overture on the Arhu. I dropped my dice on the floor. Okay, here we go. 13.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, so like the figure kind of turns down an alleyway, and you manage to follow her because you kept track of her, and you know she was about to like climb up a wall to get away, but you know the rest of you just came in too fast. Tla went a little at the back, but you know you're all there at about the same time, and you've kind of cornered the figure now.
And I'm just like, I'm like, who are you?
I'm like,
what
hey.
are you doing? I say.
I'm like, hey, we got a potion.
Wait, do we know that it's her at this point?
No, but I say that anyway.
Why? I'm like, why were you like blah? I just make like guttural noises. I can't even get a sentence out.
I guess
I
like
think you might have to take this one, Laura.
you're catching
Since
your
you,
breath
like-
still.
Oh.
Just because you're the one who like sort of recognized her.
Yeah. I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, why were you watching us? I'll ask that. Who are you? Why are you watching this?
Are you that woman?
That one woman?
That one lady whose name we never got.
Why? I didn't know it was illegal to watch anyone.
It is if you're suspicious about it.
No,
Are you
no,
stalking?
I still think that's still not illegal.
Are you stalking us? That could be harassment.
I never actually got up in your face, did I? You're the ones who followed me.
Oh, right.
And I'm just like, you lied to us. You said you couldn't get up that hill.
Well, roll perception to see if you actually recognize her. So
Oh,
far,
right.
Bly is the only one.
Uh,
But like
Oh, and
now
she
you're
didn't say anything?
you're like, I don't know if she did, but now you're all kind of like standing still, like you're pretty close to her and can get a good look at her. So anyone who wants to roll perception can.
I got
Sure.
a 9.
I have a 16.
Okay, so now Tlawin like can see like, oh yeah, even though before she was like kind of stooped over and everything, like you can tell like her eyes are the same, and yeah, like she has, as I said before, like the same build. You're starting to recognize like little details, although she is like pretty well changed. She was pretty well disguised.
She looks a lot
Okay,
younger now.
let me revise what
Yeah.
I said then. Instead, I say, why run away then? And, you know, as in, like, why run away if you're not being, as you know, running away is pretty suspicious.
Yes.
You ran after me.
So I make an illusion of that stone, and I have it on the palm of my hand, which I hold out, and I say, "Does this mean anything to you?"
She kind of looks at you. Where'd you get that?
You know, that house over there.
That you told us about.
She like laughs a little bit to herself. Okay, I guess you recognize me then, but
And I'm like, what?
so you're giving me this stone then?
First, we want some answers.
Yeah, answers.
Answers.
To what questions?
Why did you tell us that that man was your brother when he's not?
I had to get you in the house somehow.
Why not do it yourself? You obviously look skilled enough.
Look, I didn't think you'd actually succeed. I just wanted to scare him a bit, and then I could follow him as he was moving.
So you knew he would be in there.
Yeah, I knew about the stone. I told you to get his stone.
How do you know him?
So you lied when you said that he would be away.
Why'd you lie to us?
I trusted you.
Look, I was looking for someone new to the city so that
I could persuade them.
to get them into the house, not to hurt Pars, just to scare him a bit, just to, he's pretty well set up in there. He can defend his own little castle however he wants, but, he's a pretty jumpy guy. I think you noticed that. I thought he would move on, and then it would be easier to get what I wanted off of him, okay?
What did you want from him?
His
Still catching my
transmuter
breath.
stone. His transmuter's stone.
And what do you think you can do with the stone? What's the stone for?
Look, it can detect poison, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There was,
So little did you know that there's the potion of invulnerability.
she like glances at it and like dismisses it immediately. Look, there was a death in the city recently, and the church said it was natural causes, and it wasn't. So I want to find out what was used and how, and that stone's going to help me do it.
Oh, yeah, this is actually a fake.
Oh my god. Like, you just up and tell her that.
Well, it's not like if I handed it to her, it's obvious.
Right,
It
that's true.
passes through. Like, I just hold up my hand and it goes through my hand.
It just goes like.
It's just an illusion floating in the air.
She like puts one hand to her head and one to her hip and looks kind of like frustrated. It's just like,
Oh my god. Why did I pick these losers?
Well, you thought we would get defeated, and we didn't. So at least we're slightly less loserly than you think we are.
Can
then
Can
if
we
you'll
roll
excuse, then if you'll
Insight. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Um, she just like says, then if you'll excuse me, can I get back to his house? Because I think he's going to be on the move soon and I'd like to get it. You can insight check her if you want.
Yeah, because I want to see
Yeah.
if she's telling the truth now.
Because
Yeah.
now everybody seems suspicious.
Yeah, and now my like wee naive brain is like, oh, how could two people do this to me?
What if they're both untrustworthy?
Okay, I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 22.
Yeah, like, what are you insight checking exactly? I probably should have asked before, but it's fine.
Oh.
I'm checking to see if she seems truthful in what she's saying about the murder or whatever, that she, like, her purpose for wanting the stone. There we go.
Oh, that's basically what I was checking also.
Yeah. She seems to, like, be telling the truth about this. I'd say Bly and Scarlet, I mean, you obviously notice that there are some things that she's not telling you. She's not giving you specifics, but she seems to be telling the truth that there was a murder and she wants to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, why not, like, talk with him and see if he'd be willing to work with you rather than, like, getting some random schmoes to steal it from him.
Yeah.
Like, is talking to him out or working together out of the not an option?
Yeah, because we've already arranged to talk with him again, so he could totally, set up a meeting.
I don't work with people.
Well, yeah, so
We're
that
people.
lizard person doesn't work with people either.
I'm doing fine.
I work with people all the time, so I have enough people working to make up for it.
Wait, but Fly has maybe heard of this murder. So she asks, like, was it somebody famous recently? Because this murder sounds, she feels like she has heard about it.
Let's see. You just recently got back to the city. How long have you been here?
Maybe a couple days.
I mean, if it's hot enough news, people might know about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not really being spread as a murder, though. Like, no one's calling it a murder.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'd say roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure out if it connects to any current news that you've been hearing.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
You have no clue. This might be like a murder of some nobody that,
Yeah.
the woman just cared about, or it could be someone high up. You have no clue.
Man.
So I'm saying, why don't we message? Why don't we go over to talk to that guy and bring you along so you can sort this out? In a less breaking and entry type.
In a more lawfully good way.
Wait, no. Why don't we help you break in so you can have a calm and reasonable discussion with him?
I mean, I'm sure, like, the guy, other than being a little fidgety, seemed nice enough. If you explained your reason for wanting to use it, perhaps he'd be willing to help.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, anti-poison stuff. So if you're both anti-poison, then I think that's common ground.
I mean, I'm anti-poison.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I have, like, a dwarven advantage on poison saving throws.
Oh.
I'm like, just get a dwarf to do it. Oh, wait, I'm a dwarf.
You could taste the poison.
Well,
Just
don't
like,
suppose I have much to lose at this point. Fine.
Yeah.
Yay!
You're our new friend.
Yay! I give her a warm and friendly bro hug.
She
Can we
like
ask her
pushes
what her
you
name
away. Like, I don't work with people. I already told you that.
is? I like this person.
I give Fly a warm and friendly bro hug too.
What's her name?
Did you ask her?
What's your name? So we don't have to call you old lady.
It's suspicious.
Call me Tarsus.
I'm like, cool.
Okay.
So while we head to the house again, I sing a song about Tarsus, shadow, slinking on the building rooftops, pretending to be an old lady, lying, 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 lying.
Like, you can tell her shoulders get higher and higher up. Like, she's not very happy. She's just keeps like striding very firmly.
Tla, 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 tla.
Bzz, 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 bzz.
Yo, we're mixed nerds, and we're here to say
Bzz, bzz,
good day.
bzz, bzz,
Perfect.
Good day.
And then everyone's like, should say something that's not good day, just like totally random. So like,
Turnip sock.
Like, pineapples are good.
yeah,
Oh.
perfect. Excellent. We could just have Tig purring. As
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.